this where Bible study's at?
It's always that thing, can a Christian do A? You know, can a Christian be a gunner? Can a Christian enjoy horror movies? Can a Christian have tattoos? All of these sorts of things that are about people's preconceived notions and the boxes that they make that people have to fit inside of. My name is Robert Abner, and I am the pastor at Grace Village, the Lutheran Episcopal Presbyterian campus ministry at Ball State University. I grew up in Richmond, Indiana, came from a hillbilly family from East Kentucky, and grew up on a few acres of land with woods all around it, and had a dad who hunted and a grandpa who hunted, and small exposure to church, whether it was with friends, going to their non-denominational church, or going with family to the Catholic Church. But my parents weren't churchgoers, and so neither was I. I really stumbled onto this job. I moved back to Muncie in 2008, and when I got back, I had asked if there were any Lutheran churches in town that would need help with their high school youth ministry, and the answer was yeah, probably, but there was a campus ministry that the campus minister was getting ready to retire, and they said you might drop by there and see if they need any help. So I walked through the doors of what was called the Lutheran Center 10 years ago, and I've been here every week since. You take, on the one hand, more of my conservative friends having issue with my stances on inclusion of LGBT and enjoying things like horror films, but then on the other hand, my progressive friends really take issue with being an avid outdoorsman and hunter, and it's not the hunting that bothers them so much, it's the scary AR-15s and things like that I enjoy shooting a lot. My favorite interaction, though, is that I used to host a Sunday night Bible study at the Harat. And I walked into the Harat one evening, and I'm in a sleeveless shirt, so you can see all the tattoos on my arms. And there's a guy sitting at the bar as I'm ordering my beer, and he's like, oh, he's checking on my tattoos, and he's talking to me, and then he looks and he goes, is that a Bible? I said, well, yeah. He says, what are you doing? I said, well, we have a group called Beers and Bibles that meets here every Sunday night. And he goes, oh man, that's pretty cool. And his girlfriend puts down her drink and looks at me and calls me the Antichrist. And she says, well, I grew up Pentecostal, and I'll tell you this, you do not mix good and evil. You do not have a Bible and a beer at the same time. And I'm thinking, well, then what are you doing in a bar if this place is so evil? So those are conversations that I have, and as long as people aren't belligerent about it, I don't mind having those conversations and walking through how I arrived in those positions and have those hobbies that I do, and don't feel that it excludes any sort of my ability to live out and share the gospel.